Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Buxton Zoo. I'm joined as always by my fellow builder here, Mr. Vigo Man. Say hello.
Hey guys, hello, how are you?
There it is. So it's been my build for the last week or so. If you haven't caught up with the series, definitely jump over to Mr. Vigo Man's channel there, because episode 2 was on his channel and he showed off his the new modern entrance and some other little surprises there that were pretty awesome. So if you haven't done that, please go back, check out that video, and then come back and watch this one so you can catch up with what I've done today. So so for my build week, I went ahead and stayed with my classical entrance area and kind of expanded that out a lot. So so we're gonna go ahead and show that off today. So
yeah, I'm super excited because I've just seen a few screenshots and I'm like super excited to see where is this going now. What can I do in next episode? And I'm like, man. So just get started, man.
Heck yeah! Well, yeah, I know we're really getting into the actual zoo now, so it's it's becoming really great. But I also have to give a big shout out to some of the past from the first video. Some people commented some references for us to look into, and one of them was literally Buxton, England. So I went ahead and did that. So a few of the buildings that you're going to see today were taken literally from the city of Buxton in the UK, which I thought was kind of fit pretty well there. So just keep that in mind as we're going through. But yeah, as we're coming through our main entrance gate here, you can start to see our zoo's main.
Go back a little bit. Did you add like some entrance?
Yes.
Swing doors thing?
Yes. Yep. So these are right here. These are entrance
gates.
Looks
like a treadmill for the people there. Okay.
I know they kind of got. I think you know what it is. I think it's backwards. I think I have the entrance gates backwards, so...
Well, that's in-game.
Oh, yes. No, these are game mechanics. If you go into facilities and then guest facilities, go down to zoo entrance, you can place down the zoo entrance and a guest spawner anywhere you want to on the map, and then that's where the guests will spawn. So I've done that in a few different places now, so we have guests actually walking around the zoo.
Yeah, I've never used them. I know they're in there, but I just haven't been placing them down, so I didn't realize that. I was like, dude, that's a pretty badass blueprint. But okay, yeah.
I wish I could have built something like that. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm on board now. Okay, move on.
So yeah, as we come through the entrance, I wanted to give us kind of a main street, kind of like a theme park almost. So here is kind of our zoo's little main street area.
Wow, that's so beautiful, man.
Thank you. Yes, so like I said, this building right out front here, we'll talk about each building here as we go through and everything, but this building was taken heavy inspiration from a building in Buxton, the city of Buxton, England. So this is our zoo's main gift shop here. This took about a whole day's worth of work here, kind of going back and forth, but no, I think it turned out pretty nice. I didn't do it an interior or anything like that, but we have some gift shops in there. But so there is our kind of main gift shop as you're coming down our zoo's main street there.
That looks super cool, man. First off, I just gotta say I have a weakness for brick. I just love brick on the ground like you have put on the sides here. One of my biggest weaknesses when it comes to building, and it looks so perfect right here. With the trees and the whole park, like Plaza feeling you got. And
that's kind of, you're kind of hitting it right on the head there with my inspiration is that I kind of was thinking that with this zoo being so old that it has probably gone through several iterations and, evolutions of what it has or what it was at one point. So I'm thinking that this area over here maybe was like a really nice park at some point, like a really grand big city park kind of thing that, the family who owned the land and everything, they would, open the park area for guests and stuff like that. And so that's just, I really wanted it to feel very, I guess park-like for this main entrance. So yeah, definitely. So that is kind of the inspiration there, and yeah, the brick really just fits in with that, kind of UK or old England kind of vibe there. So yeah, a lot of old brick kind of buildings because the zoo that we're building here is kind of trying to hold on to the the classic buildings that it has since it's such an old historical site, and not trying to knock them all down or anything, but also trying to incorporate the kind of modern vibe as well. So
yeah, are those walkable? Can the guests walk there, or is it just a middle path?
On here?
Yeah, yes. Like can the guests walk on the bricks?
Yep. So if we lift this up, there are paths underneath there.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yep. So on both sides here, we can just kind of So, yeah, and then when we do have guests in here, they walk all over it. It looks fantastic. It looks so good. So,
yeah, man. I bet, man. And I'm very curious to see what you have done with the factory building from last time. Have you done stuff to that?
Now, I didn't really edit it really at all, but I just kind of brought it in here. So now it's accessible for zoo guests to kind of come in, and I think I put an information center inside of it. So it's just kind of a general kind of info stand, and I think there'd be like first aid inside there and stuff like that. But just another one of those buildings that the zoo didn't want to get rid of and wanted to utilize for the build. So yeah, they just kind of repurposed it into like an information center and a first aid center. Maybe there's a few like offices inside like the tower and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just an all-purpose building kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I really like how it ties together with the brick on the ground now, and it just really fits the whole theme we got going here.
Exactly. So, and that's going to tie in even more, either in for your build or probably my next build is what I'm thinking is going to be a backstage over here for the zoo. So there's going to be a lot more. I wanted to get to it this time, but I feel like I kind of did enough, and it was time to say stop, kind of thing. So, but I think
yeah,
the next
that's the problem, man.
Yeah, it's like I think this is enough. Sure, let's try it out. But the next time I get the zoo, we're gonna do a big backstage area over here with a lot more classical kind of brick buildings, and I think that'll tie in this big factory looking building a lot more over there story wise and stuff. So there is that, and then right next to it, just this is kind of yeah, it's whatever, but this is a generic. It's a pooper. It's a potty.
Yeah, is that the same one you built for the first video? Or just
I forgot. Yes, I forgot. I have shown this off. That's right. I totally forgot. I can't even remember.
Yeah,
what
I think the placement now makes much more sense.
Yes, and that's the thing. It was. I don't want to show that off yet, but it was over back this way, and I'll show off what's there now. But yeah, I think it makes more sense to put the generic bathroom kind of just tucked away over here. So it really looks like a later addition. You know, just kind of like, oh yeah, we need a bathroom up here, so just kind of throw it over there. So
yeah, it totally works.
Yep. So speaking of what was over here, I guess I'll pan around and show off something I did actually literally last night.
Oh wow.
So here, this is a little kiosk. I don't even know. This is modeled after a building from the London Zoo, and this is a first aid station in the London Zoo. But yeah, I put in what did I put in here? I put something in here. Oh, just a memento shop there. So guests actually do come up to it. But yeah, it's just a little one-off building, little classic. Kind of older architecture. Kind of, yeah, exactly. So there is that building, and let me go ahead and swing her. I think I put some backstage stuff thanks to Mr. Domez's great set. Yeah, we have our nice trash can electrical outlet, so it's got to keep adding in those little details throughout the zoo as well.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and we'll move forward through the nature trail. So I wanted to do this idea of, actually we'll start over, I'm trying to think the best way. This way, yeah, we'll start here. I wanted to have this kind of intricate set of nature trails kind of behind the gift shop there. And yeah, we'll just kind of walk down them, and you get some great views as well of our first animal habitat in the zoo, which you can kind of see through there is the flamingos.
Yeah, I can't see any flamingos though, but I guess
I know this is like it's kind of weird. This is not supposed to be the best place to see them, but yeah, you can see sneaky little ones right back there. Sometimes you'll get nice views of them when they're going back to sleep in their little habitat here. But again, this isn't like the main viewing area for the flamingos. It's just like a sneaky little view kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
but aren't the flamingos able to escape here?
No.
Over the rocks?
Nope, they are not. I know it's kind of crazy to think, but no, they can't jump over these rocks right there.
Okay, very cool then.
I'm gonna let
we don't want flamingos on the loose.
I know, yep. And that's always a hard part with them. But yeah, always check your habitat. There you go, the traversable area.
Yeah.
Yep, and then always they are
that's
locked
huge,
in
man.
place. So there we go. But yeah, let me go ahead and show off the nature trail. I think it'd be a little bit easier if we show it off from above, because yeah, I just really wanted to have these winding pathways kind of go through here with like really heavy foliage, just to really show that this is again the older part of the zoo, so that all these trees are really mature and really grown up, and you're gonna have this little gardens area over here and everything. So just to keep showing off that it's, you know, the older part of the zoo overall. So yeah, so as you come around here, have the backside of the gift shop, and that lets off, there we go, into this nice view here.
Oh wow, you have made another house.
Yes.
I
So
was
this,
not expecting that.
yeah, I know there was 2 things I hadn't shown you yet, but so this is
so cool.
kind of like a what I would think would be like a classic manor, maybe, or like a classic administration building or something along those lines. But now today it's been converted into a really nice sit-down restaurant, so people can go and sit down and have their meal on the lake and everything like that. And it'd be like a higher priced kind of sit-down restaurant and everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that thought that fit in pretty well there. So we'll kind of make our way over there.
Is the lake a habitat, or is that just the defense? Is just
No,
there
it's
to prevent people from coming in.
yeah, right. It's just a little, it's just a scenery piece, I guess, or just a natural body of water that goes throughout the zoo. So we have that, and then here's on the back side of it, we have a little seating area.
Yeah, works.
So there's that, and then yeah, we'll just come around here, because there's one little thing that I did add, just another little story thing. We have this little dock here, so this former little fishing dock, you know. And it's
I love how it's slightly like tilted.
It's seen better. It's an old dock, you know. It's been here for a while, so and they don't keep it up with repairs because no one uses it for anything really. So, but yeah, no, it's there, you know. So.
Oh, that's so cool! Just telling a story. I love that, man.
Right, you know, just those little details to kind of, like you said, just keep telling the lore and the story and stuff. So there is that. Oh, and also a big shout out to Mike Sheets N7. These are custom trees here. These are supposed to be weeping willows.
I was wondering what kind of trees that was.
Yes, yeah. So he made weeping willows with a combination of some of the dead trees here. So the broken cherry blossom trees, the nettle, and some of the common ash trees spread throughout. So yeah, he's the foliage master. He's pretty crazy with what he can make there. But so yeah.
I know, man. He's amazing.
But I'll give you a little. So that's almost everything. But we do have to show off the rest of the Flamingo Habitat and all the best areas to view that. But here's kind of the overview of I guess the classic entrance plaza, you know, area, or the kind of entrance. So
yeah, it looks super cool.
So there is all of that, and again, just the biggest thing I was trying to stress with it, especially in this kind of nature walk area, is really getting these big, tall, mature trees to just really show off that, you know, this is a really old part of the zoo, and that all this foliage and everything has been growing for, you know, possibly several hundred years with some of this stuff. So you can really get this really big overgrowth and everything like that. So there is that, but let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the Flamingo Habitat here. So here's a nice overview of that.
Wow, that's big, man. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be.
It did get a little bit big, but it kind of worked out just mainly because this pathway right here, it kind of needed to be that big because it originally was a little bit smaller, but the guests were grouping up so much. It's like, okay, I need to make this pathway a little bit longer to accommodate that. But yeah, no, the flamingos love it there, and it's great to see. There you go. It's great to see them kind of swim around the channel and everything, and yeah. And just to give a little area of where we're at, this is right outside your modern entrance here. So this is gonna be basically the first habitat that guests will see as they enter into Buxton Zoo.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
But yeah,
that looks so cool when it's the whole area is kind of tied together now. Looks awesome.
Yeah, between the two, yeah, the habitat and everything. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the habitat and the other buildings you did, and the landscape and stuff.
So yeah, it finally all came together. Because yeah, I was a little bit. That's why it took me a little bit longer, because I originally built this Flamingo Habitat, and I was like, oh crap, now what? Now what do I do? But yeah, no, it's like I was telling Vigo Man right before recording this that I was in a little bit of a Planet Zoo creative funk or rut or whatever there, but kind of building in Buxton Zoo and looking up all the reference photos for, you know, all these really amazing structures and everything has really reinvigorated my creativity there. So, but yeah, no, it was a heck of a lot of fun this week doing all this stuff there.
Yeah, can we get a closer look at the flamingos?
Yes, good point.
Just like the walk up there and stuff. But apart from that, amazing job this week, man. I'm looking so much forward to to getting on with this again. I've missed Buxton Zoo, so yeah, I'm stoked and super inspired.
Of course, we have protesters, even though their welfare is 100%, but...
Well, you gotta protest for something, alright? And that's the only animal we have here, so...
You're right, they gotta be angry about something there a little bit,
yeah.
So... But no, they none of the guests complain about the views, though, because this is, like, right here is the Flamingos' main hangout area, so if... As you as a guest, you're just like, oh yeah, I can look right down on them. So they can't complain about the view. It's perfect.
Yeah, how many flamingos is there in there?
That's a great question. I put a lot, because I knew that I made the habitat really big, so let me see here. Oh, it says something escaped, even though it didn't. Animals, 20.
20. All right, that's awesome.
Yep, 20 flamingos are there. So,
I also got to say, I love the stable building for them.
Oh yeah,
because it's like very like generic, simple. I feel like a lot of Planet Zoo people tend to make like these over complicated or themed buildings, but this one is just like, yep, it's just a stable building. It's nothing more, nothing less, and it totally worked for this kind of building here.
And you'll see that in real zoos. They try and keep everything as clean and simple as they can. A lot of smooth concrete textures, things that they can clean easily, because animals produce a lot of poop and stuff like that, and they're very dirty, so you can't really have these lavish big habitats. It's more utilitarianism, right? It's more, it has to work, just make it work. It doesn't have to be pretty, just make it so. So yeah, you'll see a lot of that kind of stuff for our habitats. Not over the top. Really, I mean, sure, some of the the actual habitat itself has really nice, some lush landscaping, but a lot of the backstage service buildings, they're gonna kind of look pretty concrete and just serviceable, basically.
Yeah.
So
totally, man.
But yeah, no, that is pretty much the build there. So what are you gonna do for the next little bit there?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'll tackle the Lemur Island, which is something we have been discussing a little bit. Whereas, I think you made a little bit of a sketch for it, or like a little bit of an area for it.
I did. I started I'll just give a little preview. I did start a little bit of a thing here just to get an outline, but that of course I was just late last night before I went to bed. I was like, let's see what that could look like. But
yeah.
And to note, we do have lemurs out here as of right now, and they can't they can't escape. That's what I was kind of wondering, is if they could like swim and escape or whatever in the game, but nope, they are totally fine. They can
that's why I wanted to have it on an island, because they cannot swim, meaning we don't need to worry about like fencing around and stuff.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be my main focus, but we'll see how much I get time for, So, but yeah, that looks super cool, and yeah, I'm super stoked for doing a little bit of building here again.
Heck yeah!
I have some ideas for how to do the Lemur Island look awesome, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. Maybe a few screenshots here and there for you, but for you guys watching, nothing.
Not a thing.
You gotta wait for next week for my channel.
So that brings us to the end of this episode. So as Vigo Man mentioned, if you're not already, do go over to his channel there and subscribe to him so you can stay up to date with all of the latest videos for Buxton Zoo. Then the next video is going to be up on his channel there. So there you go. But hey, if you've made it this far on my channel and you're not already, be sure to hit the subscribe button there and stay up to date with all the latest videos and everything. Also hit the like button. Helps out the channel, helps out the video immensely. So, but yeah, hey, let's go ahead and we'll get out of here there. But leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my current build here for Buxton Zoo. And yeah, for Buxton Zoo, I've been BeyondDrewTV.
And I've been Vigo Man.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye.